We are back with another episode of Reddit Stories with our opinions.
Unsolicited opinion.
Unsolicited opinions. This time, we're going to be talking about friendships.
Welcome to Adulting Piece by Piece, where we figure out life one chaotic puzzle piece at a time. My name is Lily.
And my name is, well, actually, her name is Dr. Lily, and my name is Dr. Lola. Thank you for joining us in our therapy office. Please take a seat on the couch.
Oh, I like that introduction.
You know, you gotta add a little something new every single time.
Yes, I agree.
This week, we're gonna be talking about friendships because we're two friends who are amazing. So obviously, we're gonna give amazing friendship advice.
100%.
It's only natural. We'll see how it goes.
Let's go.
See how many crazies are out there.
Yeah, read us first story.
First story. So one of my friends who I hadn't seen in a long time messaged me saying that we should hang out. To which I replied, yeah, that sounds great. We decided to go to a bar for a couple of drinks and everything was great until we asked for a check. The waitress came and my friend gave me that "I'm just waiting for you to pay" look. I looked at her confused because honestly in this situation I didn't expect to pay for everything since it was a casual night out and not a date. You know what I mean? I said to her that we should go 50-50 and she hesitated and started looking for money in her purse. Of course, I said that it was okay and I ended up paying. Am I the a-hole for thinking this is unfair? I know I'm the man in this scenario, but she invited me, so I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
So he's a guy.
He's the guy, but they're friends?
But they're just friends.
Then, yeah, no, it's a 50-50.
Yeah, unless you like specify that this is a date.
Yeah, or like, yo, I'm taking you out for your birthday, or like, you got this promotion, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, if it was communicated in somehow. Otherwise, like, why would you expect anything?
Exactly. You're not an a-hole. And it's, no. Imagine you take me, like, yo, I got this. Yeah, because it's like your birthday, but like, do I pay? No, I don't pay. Maybe sometimes if we go out. No, actually, we have never. We always split it if you just go.
I mean, if it's your birthday, we usually will cover you.
Yeah,
that's like the one exception.
Yeah, so beside birthday, if we always go out.
No, it's like, don't come out if you don't have money.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Exactly.
Like, or at least always be ready to pay. Like, don't ever go out with this expectation.
And you're so nice to pay for your friend.
Yeah, why did you do it?
Yeah, why did you do it? You should have just walked out and be like, this is the end of our friendship.
The end. Goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. I hope he's not feeling, I don't know. I
guess he was feeling bad about it.
Yeah, he feel like conflicted. Is like, does she like me, or what's happening? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
Exactly that. That if you're just friends, you have always only been friends, why would someone expect you to pay? And you're the one that messaged him to say, let's go. So why are you expecting him to pay?
These people exist because they're like, oh my God, I need to go eat out at this specific restaurant. I'm pretty sure she picked that restaurant as well.
Yeah. There's friends who are users like this.
They're like, basically, she uses him. That legit. So you know what?
One of our friends used to have a friend like this, where like they would hang out and then she would always forget her wallet, quotation marks for those listening that don't see my hands in the video. She'd always like forget her wallet. So then our friend would pay. But to me, like, okay, like if ever such a situation were to happen to me where like I can't even say I don't have my wallet because my wallet is my phone, but say it didn't work and you paid for me, I would like immediately go, as soon as I got home, e-transfer you. So right? Like I wouldn't wait for you to bring it up.
So this actually happened to me at work. Me and my coworker went for a walk and then he's like, oh, let's grab a coffee. Yeah. And then I actually forgot, I brought my work phone and I forgot my personal phone and I don't have my wallet or anything. So she paid for me. And then the minute I got back to office, I paid. And the thing is, at that moment, I was dying, but I asked him, like, can you? Or like, if not, it's okay. I'm not gonna get coffee. It's fine. Like, you know, I make sure I specify because sometimes maybe they don't have money in their bank account. You know, I'm not gonna assume. So yeah, no, that person, I think it was using
this is not a friend.
Yeah, please dump right now.
Am I overreacting for wanting to call out a friend's comments about my daughter? I feel like this could go many ways. I'm a 32-year-old female single mom with 50-50 custody of my 4-year-old. Following a separation, I moved out of our home in November while her father still lives there, and our daughter has been struggling at times. She's had some aggressive moments and often tells me she's angry at me for leaving and that she thinks I've abandoned them and I don't want to live with her. I know this is normal for her age, but it's still hard to handle. A close friend of mine, 29 male with no kids, said a couple of things a few weeks ago that hasn't sat with me. He spent maybe 5 hours total around my daughter. On a rough day, I messaged him and he said, "This is going to sound harsh, but the way you talk about her doesn't sound like you're her mom. You sound like her victim. It feels like she could grab a knife from the kitchen and stab you, and you'd go, 'Sorry, you felt so upset that you stabbed me, darling. Want to go get ice cream?'" Honestly, these comments felt over the line, especially since he barely knows her. I'm thinking of bringing it up with him, but am I overreacting? I think he's not, to me, the comments that she gave examples of, it's not a comment about your daughter, it's a comment about you.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with your daughter.
Yeah.
He's telling you, why are you in a wrong?
Like, why are you acting like the victim here?
This goes back, I had that situation. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your stuff with, probably you brought it to him and asked for his 2 cents.
Or because you just wanted him to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way."
Yeah, exactly, legit. That's what
you just wanted sympathy.
Yeah, so like, as I mentioned multiple times, like if people come and ask me for my 2 cents, I'm gonna give my 2 cents. If you don't want it, please don't come to me, because I will not be like glorifying the situation, be like, "Oh, honey, your daughter is so terrible." No, I'm gonna be like, at the end of the day, you are the parents in this situation. Parent the child.
Yeah, act like a parent.
Act like a parent. Don't be scared hurting your child's feeling because she might not be your BFF, because you're not her BFF at the end of the day. You are actually the child's mom. So,
and like, it's a young child.
They're gonna have a hard time. Yeah, they're gonna have a hard time. They're going through it. Maybe, I'm an advocate for therapy. Maybe put your child through therapy, because divorce is hard. And yourself, definitely. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be on your side. I'm gonna be on your friend's side.
All right. Next story. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. My best friend, in quotation marks, has been pissing me off immensely. She will completely ignore me for weeks and then respond once in a while with either short answers or most of the time acting like nothing just happened. We usually FaceTime all the time. A few weeks ago, I FaceTimed her and she said, "What?" and tells me how she's not in the mood to talk to anyone and just to text her and not call. And now she's just been going through it the last few days. Now, granted, I'm not saying she isn't going through it, but when she says, "Oh, I'm just depressed," and all that stuff, I would understand, other than the fact that I'm the only one that she's ignoring. She posts over her social media and tags her other friends and stuff constantly, even went to hang out with a few of them without me being aware of it. But apparently I can't just simply send her a text without her telling me that she's depressed. It doesn't make sense. It sincerely feels like she wants me to chase her. I'm 25 and adult, and I'm not chasing anyone or begging anyone to talk to me. Girl, if you don't want to chase her, then stop chasing her.
Yeah.
Don't call her, don't text her.
Yeah. And
she's not your friend.
She's not your friend, and it may be, and also she's allowed to have other friends. Why are you jealous?
But I mean, like, I think, this person, whoever it is being immature about it, because they clearly don't want to be your friend. Sorry to say. But like, instead of just being like, "Hey, I think I've outgrown this friendship," or whatever other words need to be said, she's just like avoiding it and making excuses like, "Oh, I'm not in the mood, oh, I'm depressed," and then going and hanging out with other people. So like, yes, it's immature of them, but also like, why are you chasing it?
Oh my god, I remember we had this episode because I had a friend like that.
Yes.
And she was not getting the hint. So I think you're not getting the hint, and I actually had to send a breakup message to my friend. So I'm like, I think we had outgrown each other. Please get the hint.
Yeah, so take the hint.
Take the hint, because
I feel like
if this hurt your feeling, if you receive a breakup message, it's gonna hurt you more of your feelings. So get the hint and stop being her friend. Yeah. Stop chasing her. And then if she reaches out later on, don't, because if she really wanted you to be her friend, you would have stayed in her life. Yep. So if she comes back in your life later on, because she needed you.
She was just a user. So I mean, sometimes friendships come and go also. Like, you might be in a different place in life, and then later you're in a place where you'd match again. Like, you never know. Can't be so strict about friendship. As long as like nothing like truly bad happened. Next story. November last year, I gave my friend this 24-hour hourglass as a birthday gift. To be honest, I didn't buy it with productivity or functionality in mind. It just had this very lustrous silver embellishment with the calligraphy of success on it, and I thought it would really pass off as a decoration in her home office. However, we'll call her Celine, really wasn't enthusiastic when she unwrapped the gift. I only got a flat thank you in return. There were still cupcakes and drinks to celebrate, so I didn't hold on to the experience. This January, I just bagged my master's degree, and for my convocation after party, she handed me this package, and honestly, the whole day was simply a blessing. I was feeling love, surrounded by people, and just grateful that I didn't quit on myself. Now tell me why I'm unwrapping her gift and it is the same 24-hour hourglass that I had gotten her. I mean, she repackaged it and gave it back to me on one of my special days. At first, I just froze because I couldn't even process if it was a coincidence or if she genuinely thought I wouldn't notice. And it's not even the price that hurts, it's the message behind it. Like, did you hate it that much? Or did you just not care enough to even try? A keychain from Alibaba would have been better. At least it would have felt intentional. But on the other hand, am I overreacting because I have the need to call my friend? I don't want to start drama, but I also don't want to swallow it and pretend it didn't sting. What do I do? There's no way she didn't know. Definitely knew.
She knew what she was doing and she was waiting for the good moment. I have to hand it to her. Good job.
It's kind of funny. Okay, because
it's funny.
I've totally
I know
received,
it's petty, but it's funny. I'm sorry.
Because I've totally received gifts that like I know were regifted. Like you got me this thing. This is so random out of the blue. Like you totally received it somewhere else, and now you're giving it to me. Yeah. But like to give the exact gift that you gave them back to you, that's deliberate.
She hold on on
like
that.
She really didn't like your gift.
She really did not like it. So I guess she should not be mad at it because you didn't put that much thought on her gift either. You just basically randomly bought it.
Like, so, maybe you're not a good gift giver.
Yeah, so just like take this as a one and like let it be, let it slide because you
also,
clearly, because it's clearly sure you didn't put it that much thought in the gift is because you didn't know her. You basically like, I thought this is just gonna go well with her office.
I mean, but I've bought gifts for that reason. Like where I'm like, it just goes with your aesthetic. But I also wonder, like, there's something else going on in this friendship. You know, like this is just like this is a superficial
like, the
layer.
thing is, for me and you, like, let's say I will give you buy me a poster and you're like, this is something I know it will go really well with your wall. You would actually communicate that to me. You know what I mean? It's like I saw this and I think it's like perfectly matched with your poster wall. Or like if I see something,
fair.
So she clearly didn't put that thought in it. She basically randomly bought that
the hourglass
thing, and the friend was like, you know what? I'm gonna gift it up with you and I'm gonna hand it back to you because you clearly put too much thought in this. So I think this is just like.
It is kind of funny.
It is funny. Yeah, I think you should have just laughed at it or like, you know what?
Actually, in that moment, if you had just laughed, that would have been the best
response.
And
I think she would have be like, haha, I guess so. But now, just let it slide. It's too late. Let it slide. Pretend never happened. Pretend you didn't actually receive the gift. Did you really needed that gift? So just pretend.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Thanks. Like, honestly, to me, it's like a gift. 99% of the time, it's just a thought. In this case, it was a revengeful, funny thought. Yeah. But like, people in general that make a huge deal out of gifts, I'm like, the only thing I would say is like, if someone is really like thoughtless in terms of their gift to me, a few considerations. If you know the person's financial situations, like that matters, or like who the person is. Mm-hmm. Like if you think there was an intention to not get you a good gift, you know what I mean? Like those things. But like otherwise, like, someone decided to give you a gift, they thought about you, they bought something, whether it was good or bad, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Next story. A few years ago, I knew a guy from a shared friend group. We didn't really get along back then, so eventually we stopped talking. A couple of years later, he reached out again. We started chatting and decided to meet up. During that meeting, I felt like he might be more interested in me than I was in him. I didn't feel anything romantic, and I didn't want to force feelings or lead him on. After that, our communication just faded naturally. Recently, he messaged me again. We had a friendly, easy conversation, and it was genuinely nice to talk. However, I still don't feel any romantic interest. Now I'm worried that by replying and being kind, I might be giving him hope or mixed signals without meaning to. Am I overthinking this? Should I be more distant, or is it normal to just be friendly without deeper intentions?
No, I would never. Two opposite gender can never be a friend. So
same.
Yeah. So
also, not always. I think there's few contexts
always.
No, like work settings. Like I meet my 50-year-old manager or something.
Okay, work scenario that you see them for, that's different.
Correct. I would say how did the friendship form in the first place matters, right? Like if initially it was like more like an intention of seeing if you'll like each other, then that's hard to go and become friends. Like I think at least at minimum you need to like be like, hey, by the way, this is not dating. This is just friendship, right? Like you need to at least address it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't in like a natural way where it would be friendship,
Exactly. If I have a work friend, we message like rarely, or like, hey, I'm just checking on you, or like, hey, like it's just like rare. So if my random coworker messages me without like, okay, so like I message a bunch of my coworker like promoting our podcast, but if it's like and I find out like one of them have a baby, I just congrats them, you know. But I will never, like, I will reach out, be like, yo, do you want to go grab a coffee? They would never get the feeling that I like them.
Exactly,
or they would
because
never,
the context is so clear that
it's so clear. So you clearly haven't put a boundary. So maybe you should make it clear.
Yeah.
And say, or
just so we're clear.
Just so we clear, like, you know,
we're just friends,
you're just
right?
friends,
That's
right? Or if you think that might be too awkward, don't go. Be like, and then make sure you say that you're dating someone, bring that in a conversation.
Yeah, you know, that's the easiest way. To be like, hey, I went on this date, and see how he takes it. If he's like pissed off, then clearly you thought it was something
or
else.
Be like, yo, I'm going on a date, or...
But also, no, don't do that. Be an adult about it and just say it directly. Don't do what I just said.
That's true. But sometimes the conversation is hard, and if you don't want to deal with it, you know, do whatever you want to do. But, you know, be an adult. That
because sometimes it's just the
what
easier.
Is it called? Manipulation? But
yeah, but like, I feel like you don't owe everyone
explanation.
The honest and explanation. Yeah. So like, if it's a random person that means nothing to you in your life, like, why do I have to tell you?
Yeah.
Like, I do that sometimes when it's a random person. Like, oh my god, the other day I was at a grocery store near my house and I ran into someone that was friends with my ex, and like, you know, he's just like, oh hey, like, he was super friendly. I never had an issue with him, like, whatever. But then I don't know, it's just like, I don't feel like seeing you, you know, because you're so remind me of the wrong person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, how are you doing? Like, da da da. Oh, where are you living now? And like, I didn't really want to tell him, even though like I think he's just being friendly, you know, because he used to live like a street away from me. And I was like, oh, nearby. And then after I was like, that's kind of a weird answer. But also I was like, I didn't really want to give you an answer, and I don't owe you an answer. So like, don't overthink it. Why am I overthinking this?
Yeah, why are you overthinking this? Yeah.
If you guys hear crazy snoring noises in the back, as always, it's my dog.
Yeah, we're not gonna wake him up, so.
He's having sweet, sweet doggy dreams.
Yeah.
Because he worked so hard today. He was sleeping for 10 hours. It was very difficult.
It was
hard
very
work.
difficult. You never know.
I never know. I've never slept so many hours in any day, so I don't know what it's like. You're quite right. Thanks for pointing that out. All right, next story. On a casual meetup, best friend and I went into a store. She bought chips and some drinks, all in less than $3, but never demanded that I pay my share for anything, which I gladly would have if she had asked. Both of us then snacked, as friends usually do. A few days later, we went out to dine and she offered to pay the sum. We arranged in the past the person who didn't pay pays their share of the meal to the other person afterwards. Because I forgot to pay on the spot, and it's happened to both of us occasionally in the past, she reminded me a few days later, but also demanded I pay for the half of the snacks. Am I overreacting for seeing it as tacky behavior that she demanded I also pay for the snacks? I believe I'm not, since I was never truly an established rule, and since I wouldn't have a problem offering friends snacks and drinks I bought with my own money if they came to my house. It's cheap food anyway, and supposedly we're best friends, not vending machines.
What are these
like,
stories
are you
you're
guys
reading?
in high
These
school?
are actually people wrote this story.
Oh yeah, people actually wrote these stories.
Okay, but the thing is, like, if they're having money problem, like, I feel like if you're working minimum wage and you're making,
know what's
like,
funny?
Yeah.
Like 9 out of 10 times, the people that have been the stingiest with money actually have so much money.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
100%. That's how become they're rich.
Yeah, I knew these, they weren't really my friends. I guess they were more like my ex's friend, but like we had like group hangouts sometimes. Comfortably well off, like driving like fancy cars, like good jobs, da 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 da. You go buy whatever with them. Say we were going to some sort of like event, and it's like, oh, I'll just buy everyone's ticket and then just transfer the money. You know when like we do that, like it'll be like $27.11. I'll just be like 27 or like something. You round it up, whatever. These people, every time it's like to the penny, whatever it is, to the exact penny every time. And like never an offer of like, anyway, and like one of my previous jobs, I used to work with judges and lawyers. The cheapest people I have ever met in my life, even though they're like some of the richest people in any given city.
Yeah. No, not true. I feel like I'm actually extremely general with money, and I don't have much of it. Yeah, and I feel like
I think that's how it usually is.
That's how, yeah.
Which is probably why you don't have much of it.
Exactly, because I'm broke. Always learn from rich people, because you see where they're spending their money and how they're spending money, because they're rich.
So in conclusion, is she overreacting? I don't know.
First of all, again,
it's like $1.50, girl. Just like, why did you take 5 minutes out of your day to write the story?
Exactly. Just give her the $1.50. Or if you don't have, you went and calculated how much do you owe that.
Yeah.
So why are you going out of your way? Just pay it up. Like, if you don't have it, take next time when you guys hanging out, bring your own snack. Like same thing, I think we had on our work later that she was like, oh, why they didn't
eat her food.
They didn't eat
like,
for her
maybe
food.
You just cook bad food.
Yeah, so next time. And then what is up with these youngins that wanna pay for each other, don't pay for each other? Like, you buy your own chips and she will buy her own chips. Why are you like sharing?
Yeah, like just do that next time. And then if like to me it's something small like this, if it's repeated behavior, sure. Yeah. But like if it's a one-time thing, like,
and then just pay up.
All right, this one's a bit of a longer one, but I think it's a good one. I want to start off by saying that I genuinely love kids. You know, it's always good when they have to give you like, just so you know. I'm that friend who's always invited to play dates because I'll happily entertain them and get involved. That said, I've had to draw a firm line with a few friends who allow their children not to just run wild, but to completely trash my house. Ooh. One example still blows my mind. A friend came over for tea and her kids started lying across my glass table, which isn't exactly sturdy. I politely told them no, mainly because I didn't want them getting hurt or smashing through it. Things somehow escalated from there. Once our tea had cooled, one child poured it all over the table and started rubbing the hands in it, while the other grabbed the rich tea biscuits and began crushing them into the mess. I looked at my friend and gestured towards what was happening. Her response was, "It's fine, just let them play." I understand that constantly hovering over your kids is exhausting and feels pointless at times, but there are limits. Personally, I would never allow my children to stain someone else's furniture or grind food into their table. There's a difference between play and outright destruction, and to me, crossing that line in someone else's house is disrespectful. Safe to say, they haven't been invited back. I have another friend with a very boisterous boy who smashed his toys into my new furniture. He didn't damage anything because I was there talking to him while his mom sat there. She just sat there looking sheepish, but just made the whole thing awkward if I'm having to parent someone else's child. I truly love kids and I'm all for creativity, freedom, and messy play, but not at the expense of someone else's house. I would never allow my own children to behave this way. Am I overreacting?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. You're overreacting. Because in our family friend, we had this kid that was crazy like that. Mm-hmm. All of us got invited to this family friend who doesn't have kid, and her house is just like this perfect picturesque thing, and everything is in place. And this kid dropped the TV on a crystal.
Dropped the TV
because the TV wasn't mounted, and he flipped the TV and break this expensive crystal thing she had. So imagine everything they have. Probably it's expensive because they don't have kids. They're spending on their self, you know. So what the dad did, took the child out and had a conversation. Didn't offer to clean up. Didn't offer to pay. The kid broke the TV. I was there. I was cleaning up their crystal. Like they were just like laughing, and not laughing. It's like, oh, like they called the names. Like, oh my God, why did you do this? I understand the child was only 8 years old. I get it. It's a child. Okay,
8 is not that young.
But it's still, they're boy. They could run around. I'm not like, but it's up to parents that moment. I don't want you educate the child. No, I don't want it. But it's up to you to come to the host, be like, I am so sorry for this. I'm gonna pay for this. It was my child. I apologize. Don't pretend there's nothing happened and we have to bow to your kid. I understand that's a kid. I'm not gonna go and yell at that kid. Definitely have a conversation with your child, because I'm not there to parent your child. You're the adult. You
do something.
Basically, the way she pretended, oh, whatever, it's my child. Like,
oh no,
put up with it. Which it sounds like her friends are doing that. And then after that, slowly, because this child did it multiple times in a bunch of other houses, they stopped inviting them.
Because to me, it's like, even if you're being like picky about it, like, you know, maybe it's like, I don't know, like, maybe they weren't being as dramatic, but like, I feel like as the friend who has the kids, like, are you not watching people's reaction? Like, if you can see that this person whose house you're at is clearly uncomfortable, like, do something. And if you don't want to do something, just be like, hey, sorry, like, I don't think this is the right day, we're just gonna leave, you know?
Yeah. You can't control that situation.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Parent your child.
You know, it's okay, not that kids are like animals, but like, when you take your dog places, you accept responsibility. If your dog does something, you're gonna pick up after them, because like, they don't have the mental capacity to deal with this. And a kid is kind of the same thing. Like, until they're an adult, you as a parent are responsible for them, especially when they are literally with you. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed our strange friendship episode. I'm glad I don't have these friendship problems, though I can't say I haven't had like similar types of experiences, especially in younger years.
Yeah, you know, we we grow and we learn. Don't forget to put your boundaries. Sometimes be a good friend too.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Not everyone's perfect.
Not everyone.
You're not perfect.
Always remember that. You're not perfect. Cheers.
But you know who is? Us. Keep listening to us.
Exactly. Tune in on Fridays. Bye.
Bye.